You go ahead and run that text.
We're all live here, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Pay-Per-View Wrestling Podcast, and you're also watching the Pay-Per-View Wrestling Podcast streaming live here on YouTube. Tonight's presentation is Smarkamania #1, brother. We're here live in effect here on the Pay-Per-View Wrestling Podcast. Let the pyro roll, brother.
Dang, that's some pretty expensive production right there, dude.
We always do the very best here for the Pay-Per-View
Pyro-
Wrestling Podcast.
Pyro up the bung. What's up, dude?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Pay-Per-View Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Mark Flores, alongside my lovely co-host, Adrian Bad Moon Luna, a.k.a. Young Kraze, Bean Thug Nasty, Kraze for Days.
What's up, dude?
How are you?
Pretty good. Somewhat caught up on wrestling this week. It's a pretty busy week today.
You're saying wrestling gets you caught up?
Oh, yeah. Always.
I'm not supposed to tell my girlfriend.
I'm not supposed to tell her, brother.
I'm not supposed to tell her. You see her with she saw you with your Fight Owens fight shirt, and you're like, I can explain.
Well, wrestling getting me caught up, man. It's getting me. It's not getting me over.
You know what? You know what the unfortunate thing is that I'm actually gonna have to watch my friend's. I'm gonna have to watch my friend's video game shop on Sunday.
Oh, are you kidding me?
So, but there's nothing to worry about because I'll be able to stream it live on the WWE Network.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So luckily I'll have it either in the background and then I'll have to recap. If not, hopefully it's a slow day and I don't have to
I'll just be there. Is it usually slow on Sundays?
Yeah. And hopefully it's just going to be just me. So that's all these variables I have to hope for. So
yeah. Oh, in case it's not just you?
Yeah. Okay, so I have to keep myself busy amidst the glorious Wrestlemania.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, but I rather when I do these notes and stuff, I do it in the comfort of my home, and I also rewatch as many times as I can.
Yeah,
but that's neither here nor there. Nonetheless, I am excited for WrestleMania.
Yes.
I just need like the Royal Rumble, like Survivor Series, like SummerSlam, and like WrestleMania. This one coming up Sunday, I am pumped.
Oh, yeah.
Expectations are limitless. Anything can happen. Tables can be broken, and someone of a broken characteristic.
I've completely lost hope of that. Not lost hope, but I've put it on the back burner. But hopefully something like that happens. Hopefully
they show up on the Kevin Owens show on Monday.
Oh.
Either that or... Hold on, let me look at my cue cards here.
Let me go through this right here, brother.
Let's talk about Raw real quick before we get into the actual predictions for WrestleMania.
Okay.
So, I wanted to go over briefly what the highlights were for Raw, and with the go home show like this, it's going to be promo heavy.
Oh yeah,
and it's nothing of substance is going to happen despite the build up.
Well, no wrestling of substance.
Yeah, exactly. Just building up to the characters leading up to Sunday. So start off with Roman Reigns' opening segment. That's the one I wanted to do with the most importance. Basically called out the back locker room, all the A-list stars. Basically said if he doesn't care if you're Cena, Brock, Goldberg, or Taker, this is his yard. So the American Badass Roman Reigns, you have to know that it's his yard. Taker then shows up out of the mystic forces Taker still holds. He showed up and told Roman Reigns he's going to rest in peace come Sunday.
Oh yeah.
So the thing with this is that it's just building up to what Roman and Undertaker have. So nonetheless, it makes me more excited because now we're days away from this happening. Not just having little teases here and there about it, but now we have Roman versus Taker. I'm pumped up for it.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing that they had after that, the other segment, was the Brock and Goldberg segment, where Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar were in the middle of the ring, and Paul Heyman says, basically it comes to the actual point where he says Bill Goldberg and Brock Lesnar are the reason why WrestleMania sold out.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not too far apart from that, but it's good to hype it up a little more, making them basically establishing, well, these guys are going to be the main event, and you guys are going to either like it or not. Then Bill Goldberg comes out to midway to the ramp, from the entrance to the ramp, and then drops the Universal title and goes right towards Brock Lesnar. Brock then leaves the ring, and then he gets speared again by Goldberg.
Again, like flat on the outside, like it was bad.
Zero offense has been done in the case of Brock Lesnar, and now you're just going to be waiting on. This has been making us wait till Sunday for a Brock Lesnar payoff.
Mm-hmm. Do you think we're going to get that? Oh, okay, we'll get to that later.
But it's that slow burn, baby, all the way to WrestleMania. It all started for its Survivor Series. And it's just slow burning all the way.
The slow burning feud that you predicted a mile away.
Jeez. Then after that, the other segment that was the most important part of Raw was the Triple H segment with Seth Rollins.
Awesome segment.
It was a contract table type of setting, and Triple H starts discussing this tension that Seth Rollins has with his ambitions and his dedication to the fans.
Mm-hmm.
And Triple H says, "You know what? It's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's these fans' fault.
Yeah.
It's just their envy of seeing people make millions of dollars, or even having this idea that billionaires are the Antichrist,"
mm-hmm.
making an allusion to, I would think, Donald Trump. Because I know Vince McMahon, his net worth isn't up in the billions now.
McMahon isn't?
I don't think he is. I think he had it at one point. Now it's back down. I don't think his net worth is over $1 billion.
Really?
No, Triple H makes more than him.
Why?
Because he's the COO and he's still paid talent.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. He's
salary-wise, Vince McMahon doesn't make that much per year, but I would assume his bonuses.
I was about to say, is it like the president that he doesn't make that much of a yearly earnings, but everything on the side, all that stuff.
Exactly.
That's where you make your money.
After he said that, after Triple H said that line, then the Triple H then said, "Well, look, it's either you make enemies or you make friends, and if you're making friends, the enemies." Well, what was the line he says? He says, "If you're not making enemies, then you're not making money."
Oh yeah.
And he said, "This business isn't about making friends; it's about your own intentions." And the beauty of that segment to me is that when you look at every individual Raw superstar, every individual SmackDown superstar, Triple H is correct. Every contract that someone signs is an individual contract, and for everyone in the business of wrestling, it is all up to you. The person with the gimmick they have, even if they came with a gimmick from a pre-existing promotion, you have to make it to the best of your ability, and then make more money after that. And if you're not good at it, your contract's up, and they're not going to renegotiate. So
being mean and making green.
Exactly. And I like the beauty of that, where it's kind of, I like being blurred. I like my lines being blurred when it comes to promos like that, especially when it comes from a person like Triple H, where we do know his outside ventures.
Yeah.
So I did enjoy that. And then on the later part of the segment, didn't Seth Rollins get his just dessert finally? He got his heat back during that segment.
You think he got his heat back?
I think the payoff's going to be like Lesnar Goldberg. I think the payoff is going to be at WrestleMania, where we can actually see Seth Rollins go full force.
Yeah.
Because I think as of right now he's okay, but I like the idea that, well, he's going to be selling the knee, and then he'll be able to pull off some spots here and there.
Yeah.
I'm going to enjoy seeing that.
It's still kind of weird. Yeah. I kind of feel like this WrestleMania is overbooked.
I can agree with that. Definitely.
That's why they kind of have to have like a non-sanctioned whatever kind of gimmick they put on this match, because it's like to kind of shoehorn something else in there.
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll talk about that when we get to the main card of WrestleMania.
Well, overall, this Raw was pretty much cookie cutter, to where we know that they're only going to be building up and just running WrestleMania commercials via promos for the feuds, and it was going to be the three main feuds that they have: is Undertaker, Roman, Brock, and Brock versus Bill Goldberg, and Triple H versus Seth Rollins. Yeah. So it was only that, and to be honest, nothing else. Well, nothing else of substance really to me ended up happening on Monday.
All right. Well, now we got a stipulation for the tag team titles that are on the line. Is that not only is it going to be a triple threat, but it's going to be a ladder match, because finally they did something finally they're starting to roll out the actual nasty side of the club now. Yeah. That I've been waiting for. Like, they attacked Sheamus and Cesaro and beat them up with ladders and stuff, and then brought ladders out to the ring for their match, and then started to really beat the shit out of everyone with the ladders, especially Enzo. Yeah. They hit Enzo right in the face while he was. It looked brutal.
He took a bad bump going to the outside too.
Yeah, it was nasty. So now we got a ladder match for the titles. I don't know if it's on the pre-show or not.
like 15 other matches.
Hopefully it's not on the pre-show, yeah. but there's I'm digging that. They spicing that up a little bit, even though it was just a regular triple threat. Yeah. That was worth note on Raw.
Yeah, exactly. And the with that ladder match and with those three going at it, I know I can expect some good stuff happening with Cesaro involving the ladder, some comedy from Enzo, and hopefully the club ends up doing what I think they're going to do, and that's what I will hold on for till the predictions here.
Oh, but yes.
The other thing is that the SmackDown, when I was watching SmackDown and I was able to get the hour and a half of it, and even to the end part as well. But that SmackDown they're able to get the point across a lot quicker than I feel than Raw's able to, despite the fact that these guys got three main segments out of the way, just like Monday Night Raw did.
Yeah, well, they only. Which I've always talked about, time is valuable on SmackDown when you're competing against Raw. Yeah, that you need to make every bit count, and it seems like they're making every little bit count. Yeah.
The segments that I wanted to get off the ground here, basically the main highlights from this SmackDown Live was AJ Styles and Shane McMahon. We now have an idea of what the match is going to be between AJ Styles and Shane McMahon. It's actually just going to be a regular match. Yeah, and AJ was cutting his promo and saying, "Well, he's the best thing that SmackDown Live has right now," and he kind of went to the subject to where he says, "Well, there's nothing for you to jump off of. This is just me and you in the ring, and there's nothing for you to be doing spot monkey things with. There's
crazy spots.
There's nothing for you to do that with. It's just me and you in this ring.
Yeah.
And come Sunday, it's on." Then Shane comes back and says, "Yeah, I do agree with you. You've been one of the best things that SmackDown has to offer, but you got to realize who you're coming up against. Good old tit for tats."
Yeah, which he named everyone he's been in the ring with, and you're like, damn, Shane McMahon's had a gnarly career. People he's wrestled: Kurt Angle, The Rock,
X-Pac. And every single one of those matches has been something with hardcore match. Even the one with Kane was an ambulance match.
Undertaker was a Hell in a Cell match.
I was thinking of a different person.
You're thinking of Austin Aries?
No, it was someone else. What was the one you mentioned just before I
Undertaker, Hell in a Cell?
Oh yeah, that was it too. The next thing that we had, and I briefly want to talk about this, is the finale to Total Bellas. I thought it was hilarious.
What did you think was hilarious about it?
The whole thing where Daniel Bryan is actually like this small guy, and John Cena still tries to serve him. Daniel Bryan is in a flannel. It looks exactly like how he's supposed to look. And then he goes up on his seat, and then despite the fact that John and Brian have been living in the same house for quite a while, I guess.
Yeah.
John still serves him steak.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like,
I'm
no,
a vegan.
no. And it's a big piece of steak too, man. It's like a big piece of New York steak, and he's all like, "Well, what's wrong with this? I'm a vegan. No."
He's like, "It'll hurt my little tummy." That shit was funny.
You then had, I like the bit that they have that Maurice has where she still has Nikki and Nikki
Brie.
and Brie just confused about who's who, and I'm like, dang, that's hilarious.
But the promo work, like afterwards, during Total Bellas, he strips down, he takes off his shirt, and then he cuts some beast promo against John Cena.
Yeah,
and dude, all the mic work coming from the Miz, and this right here just highlights how good of a talker he is. Regardless of what he does, like the skits, and regardless if Cena buries him in a promo, the heat that he's throwing on the mic just outshines it and really shows you where the amount of talent he's bringing in that area that no one else can bring.
It leaves me to this leads me to believe that the Miz actually came up with that Bella idea, the Bella bullshit idea.
Yeah,
and when I told you I met him over at the GameStop Expo, I like a mark I asked him, I was like, man, whoever came up with that Day 141 promo, man, big props. He's like, yeah, that was me. And I kind of was like, God damn it. I was like, of course it was him. Like, It looked like it was off the cuff anyway, but damn, I felt like an idiot because it's just like, that's how good he is. He's able to do that. And, so his originality combined with his ability to even make skits shows how much of an asset he's going to be later in the future, to where he could actually be part of the writing team, or like as part of creative.
Yes. Even if he not necessarily takes the role, but takes on the role that Dusty Rhodes had in NXT and just helping people with promos. He would be
him and Enzo together
valuable as hell.
Yeah,
down at the Performance Center on work like that.
Yeah, especially entry level. Yeah, you're right, dude. Just particularly at that point in time, because that's the exact point where you do need it the most. You don't need to sharpen up a sharper sword than what you got at the pros. You need to sharpen it up when it's actually fresh. I can dig that, man.
But he won't have time for that because he'll be busy making movies and stuff.
He'll be busy on the Marine 12 by the time he gets to retirement age.
You know what's funny? Whenever they shit on the Miz for being in these movies, they're pretty much shitting on the movies that the WWE makes. Yeah, it's so funny. They're like burying their own.
You make these terrible movies promoted by WWE Studios, funded by WWE Studios.
Thanks, Cena. But Cena cut whether believability or not. If he was real, if he was being real, if this interview was a shoot or if this promo was a shoot, John Cena looked like he legit got pissed off because of all the shit they talked. And I hate Cena. I don't like the guy. But when you get him fired up, and he'll throw a beast promo on. Yeah. But he'll also throw in some cheap pops, and they're like, it's live tonight in Richmond, and then they'll pop. But other than that, you cut out all that fat on that steak, dude. John Cena can deliver a beast
pure,
promo.
Good prime rib right there.
Yeah, I give him props for that.
He did a great promo talking about how, no, seriously, what do you do here? He was calling Maurice out on what she does because she's been just nothing but a valet. Mm-hmm. She's been nothing but a valet to Miz for the last almost going on 2 years. Actually, where she's just getting paid to walk to the ring, slam her hand on the mat.
Yeah, used to interfere all the time.
Yeah, that's just nuts to me, man. To where I don't know if it's gonna bring any issue to her, but it's like, well, yeah, what does she do? Like, what value does she have if she's not taking bumps anymore, like she did back then when she was a Divas champ?
She was a champ?
Yeah, she was a champion.
Maurice was?
At one point, yes.
Oh, okay. I wasn't watching during that.
Yeah, no one was. So that just brings to light a very insensitive subject. Mm-hmm. But that's what you do. I mean, that's what you do when you want to heat during a promo. Is like you call out some stuff. Uh-huh. So he even called her out for that, and after he mentioned that, he then went to, well, look at Nikki. Nikki lifted up lifted up a grown man here in the ring the last week, and he was mentioning what he did, giving the Death Valley driver to Tyler. Well, no, it was like it's her finisher where she twists it into a
cutter,
into a cutter. Well, I don't think she would spell it like that. What do you think?
What's that?
What, substitute a couple of the T's for a different letter? I think she would do that. She's nasty like that.
God.
Her leaks haven't came out yet from high atop the Wrestling Observatory. Then had the Ministry of Bray Wyatt type of segment that they had where Randy Orton had Sister Abigail's grave and put a crucifix on it.
Yeah, he called it something. He didn't call it a crucifix. He called it something else, and I was just like, "What did he say?" They're going back to the Ministry of Darkness. This is going to be a slow burn to the Ministry of Darkness forming at Do you not like this? I kind of like it.
The Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton burning houses.
At some point, you're like, all right, what the hell am I watching? But then at the same time, you're like, all right, this is cool. I like this.
This is in the same vein to the Broken Hardys thing, where they just do weird shit,
whatever they want.
Yeah, weird shit at the indie levels is in. Mm-hmm. Doing weird stuff at the professional level is in.
It's
and not saying but I say professional as in WWE. That was a slip of the tongue.
I know, dude.
Every facet of wrestling is professional. Also the last thing I wanted to get to was Bray Wyatt versus Luke Harper, and they put on a great match.
Oh shit, that was pretty damn good.
Should have happened earlier during the couple months that they had.
Yeah, I know you could have really built that. Dude, I don't know. I think Luke Harper should have. That whole Randy Orton giving up his Royal Rumble win and then
getting it back.
It leaves such a bad taste in my mouth, and I'm just like, dude, I'm kind of like not stoked for that. I was like, can we get a better match here, like Luke Harper and Randy Orton? Can we make this a triple threat last minute?
The odd thing to me is that Luke Harper can actually cut a very good promo.
Yeah, he can also work his ass off.
Yeah, and he's
so good. He's so much better now.
Agile as all hell too.
Oh yeah, it's a big dude.
So, anything else you'd like to do? Like to input with SmackDown, despite the fact that there's no tag team. The tag team titles aren't on the line at WrestleMania.
What are they doing? They're like putting all the tag teams in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania pre-show sometimes. Yeah.
Soon to be Baron Corbin Memorial Battle Royal.
The Baron Bosley Memorial Battle Royal.
The Baron Corbin's Hair Memorial Battle Royal.
Hair Memorial? Yeah, dude. It was announced, of course, Alexa Bliss is defending her title against every available SmackDown female and SmackDown roster.
Yeah.
And in case you were wondering, in case you were thinking who it could have been, Naomi.
Naomi?
Noemi. I've been fucking her name up recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, she comes back and got a huge pop, which was funny because Natalya walked out before that and got nothing from the crowd. It was just like flat.
Yeah.
And then Noemi comes out.
Naomi.
And she gets a huge pop.
Noemi?
She gets a huge pop from everybody. So they
Glow girl.
Only though she was gone for a couple weeks, maybe a month or so. They still love her, and she might walk out WrestleMania Women's Champ in her hometown.
A lot of people were complaining about that pop would have been a lot bigger if it was her hometown. And I'm like, well, her pop's going to be big in her hometown regardless if they've saved her appearance for WrestleMania or if they saved it for the go home to WrestleMania.
Oh, okay. Was that a gripe that people put out?
Yeah, and I'm like, you realize that you're going to just be not using a pop that you could have used in any which town if she came back or not, and then still had the same damn pop at WrestleMania. Yeah. Like, it was weird to me for people to think that. But I know one thing for sure out of that 6-pack challenge is that her entrance is going to be something.
It's going to be cool.
Something cool, like up to the scale for what she does at the entrance. It has to be in the same ballpark to which the New Day came out of a damn cereal box. Yeah. Expect a bunch of glowing effects and possibly like when she's glowing and stuff, Jeff Hardy just shows up.
Oh,
Jeff Hardy just shows up, starts dancing with her, and then they just do like a dance routine, and then Jeff leaves
with his fishnet armband.
She borrows all the Jeff Hardy routine.
Just imagine she came out as Jeff Hardy.
Dang.
That'd be tight.
That'd be sick. Like in her Jeff Hardy attire,
Mm-hmm.
and then have Jay and Jimmy Uso come out in Lita thongs and the Lita attire. That's what you were getting at, right? Where they just cross-dress?
Ultimately, that's what I was getting at.
Let's talk about this
Cross-dressing,
WrestleMania card.
well, real quick, Breezango had a little backstage thing, and that was hilarious.
From
Breeze Bella.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of cross-dressing, that's
Yeah.
that's what I thought you were alluding to.
Oh no, to where Breezy Bella wants to join in on the
women
women's title. The new Santino is it's a tie between Enzo and Tyler Breeze now. Despite Tyler Breeze can work around Enzo Amore like a damn clock.
Yeah, true. But Enzo can work around him like a clock when it comes to that mic.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't compare him to Santino is what I'm trying to say.
But Santino's the Intercontinental Champion. He's a champ, damn it. He's a champ, brother. No, I'm just kidding. No, definitely not. For plenty of other reasons, I really can't stand Santino.
Yeah, for all the reasons.
Yeah, there's a story that my Uncle Jim Cornette once said.
Oh, Uncle Jimmy.
Yeah, Uncle Jimmy. Uncle Corny.
What did Corny say?
He basically... Santino was in the crowd as a dummy.
As a plant.
Yeah, as a plant in the crowd. And the Boogeyman comes out in his character when he was in OVW. And Santino no-sold being scared by him.
Oh my God.
And then Jim Cornette ended up slapping the shit out of him backstage.
Slapping Santino?
Yeah, because he was like, well, you were supposed to do what you were going to do, and you no-sold that. You laughed.
This is in Ohio Valley Wrestling?
Mm-hmm. Oh. And ended up laughing at him instead of selling the fear.
Yeah.
And got Jim pissed because Jim was running the territory, that promotion.
This isn't wrestling, Jimmy.
Yeah, and got pissed off, and Jim ended up slapping Santino. Deservedly, anyway. So
please hit him with that another one. Can you hit him with?
Can you do that one when you're at the Hall of Fame, please?
Oh.
So let's get this WrestleMania 33 card out of the way, shall we?
Okay. Do you have top to bottom what we're going to get up against?
Exactly, I do.
Pre-show, starting from the pre-show, we're gonna have 3 title matches because they like to stack that pre-show card.
So for the pre-show, it's gonna be Goldberg and Brock Lesnar because they want to make room for that Pitbull performance.
Oh my fuck! Sorry about that. I don't mean to be vulgar on this, but Pitbull, really?
They want it. They want the green light. They want to be ready to go.
That's John Legend.
No, the other song, Green Light. Because give me the green light.
They took John Legend's gimmick?
Yeah. Well, not the same chorus and not the same thing.
But the same damn thing, pretty much. All right, so Pitbull's on the pre-show.
Pitbull, John Legend, and Flo Rida are triple threat, 3-way for the gimmick, for the song challenge.
For the song gimmick title?
TBA, to be announced. Card subject to change.
They announced the pre-show card?
They have, from what I got right now, and the two I'm going to assume is Austin Aries versus Neville and the women's six-pack challenge.
They should throw that women's six-pack challenge on there. Unless Asuka's going to come up, which I doubt because they kind of closed all that shit.
Yeah, they basically came with the idea that Naomi is the only other available SmackDown participant, so they're literally alienating Eva Marie out of this. So the Eva Marie speculation is now kaput because...
What speculation are you talking about? Because I seen an article saying that there is going to be a wrestler who may or may not be interested in re-signing once her contract's up. They're talking, of course, about Eva Marie, which really right now, James Ellsworth is like shining as a better wrestler, as a better everything. I say we invest whatever they invested in Eva Marie into sugar James Ellsworth.
I love James Ellsworth. And for people to not enjoy what he's doing, I mentioned this on a previous podcast, but I told people, well, he's doing exactly what you want to do.
Uh-huh.
Despite the fact that he's actually wrestled a long career, etc., but he's looks like the average Joe just coming up to wrestle.
He looks worse than the average.
You know, and he got over for literally jobbing to Braun Strowman, and he got trending, and then they just signed him. And that is the American dream, baby.
He's got title shot, and he was in the Rumble, and now he's eating some hot chick's gum on the apron.
Yeah,
he's valeting. It's funny, he's a valet.
He's valet for Carmella, and
for Carmella.
she holds his gum, right?
He held her gum.
Ew.
She chews it, and he grabs it, puts it in his mouth, and chews on it.
Jeez.
But yeah, Eva Marie, what do you think, and how do you feel that situation should end up?
With the Eva Marie contract situation?
Yeah. Give me your thoughts on Eva Marie. What does she do? What does she do for you?
She does plenty of things for me on a wrestling standpoint. When she was actually going back to NXT and trying to sharpen her tools,
Terrible.
she went with Brian Kendrick to train.
Brian Kendrick, please.
Well, this is the Brian Kendrick here. The coach Brian Kendrick's just Brian Kendrick.
Oh, okay, you're right.
He wasn't working us this time, but she was training with Brian Kendrick, and it looked like she was doing a good job. And then when she comes back, she looks great. You know, that's one thing to get across. But then she botches a bunch of she botched one finish.
It's terrible.
And she almost got a 3. I think she got a 3 count in a match, and then she ended up taking the finish nonetheless.
Oh, I remember that.
And I'm like,
I remember
what
that.
the fuck? Like, it shocks me for a person to be at that level, developmental, and for them not to know the nuances of what goes on in a ring. And a lot of people work hard to get to her position, and she I don't know, she just gets it. It just gets really confusing to me to where I see her on the professional level above the NXTers. It just, I don't know, it just insults me. What I want to get to is that what happens with Eva Marie happens. I don't really, despite the fact that she could be a great valet, but that's it.
Yeah, but you can tell she doesn't. I don't know.
She doesn't care.
I'm getting, she doesn't care about wrestling, which is, I think, a little bit of a requirement to be in wrestling, is to actually care about it.
Yeah,
she was just for the. I think she was just a hot chick for the show. That's it. And if it is that, then I don't know, dude. Like, I want to say, then come out and say that's what it is, but at the same time, it's like not like, because she's really not an integral part of the show.
She came at a right time to where she was still a diva.
Yeah.
To where
women wrestlers took over.
To when the time where the women's revolution starts, and I would assume that creative is like, well, look, Eva Marie, we need you to actually know how to wrestle well, because we actually have women wrestlers here that can wrestle well. You need to get with the program. Let's send you back to NXT, brother, and see what you can do. And she just flopped. And they teased her matches on SmackDown to where she had wardrobe malfunctions and incidents like that.
It's not good enough.
It's just prolonging the inevitable, and that's why they kept her off TV till August. She's been off TV since August.
Really? Ooh! Have you noticed that
guy?
That guy at NXT who it was just one dude in the crowd. He would always sit there and read a book during their matches.
Oh shit!
You can go back and watch since when you said August, since before August. Go and watch all the Eva Marie matches on the network on NXT, and there's a dude in the crowd. I remember seeing him off to the left, like camera side left. This dude's just sitting there reading a book the whole time. Doesn't break kayfabe. Just like that the whole time.
That's tight.
It was funny because some cool shit actually happened. I believe there was like a run-in with Oscar or something. Yeah. And he missed all of it because he was keeping kayfabe reading the book.
Or Eva Marie did a Canadian Destroyer and he missed it.
Anyways, it seems like it's just all that investment. It seems like the WWE wants it, but she doesn't want it. But they still want it, but she seriously doesn't want it. So if she doesn't even consider renewing her contract, or the WWE is smartening up and not wanting to renew her contract, I say that's a good move.
How do people not come to WWE and not want or not have a love to be successful or to even want to be a part of the wrestling? Like, that just doesn't have no idea for me. Even with me, my dream is to actually be a ref. To actually ref
that'd be awesome.
To ref a low tier wrestling promotion. I would love that. But because I'm not in any shape to actually be a professional wrestler. But
you have to be in shape to be a ref.
I know exactly, and I know I could be in good cardiovascular shape to be a ref. I know I don't take bumps, brother, but I know I could take referee amount of bumps. But,
well, refs aren't supposed to bump. Refs are supposed to flop. That's like a rule.
No.
Yeah.
But the rule with me, it's going back to the point. Is that I have that desire to do it because I love this business. I love wrestling, With Eva Marie's case, it's just being hot and came in at the right time to be a diva. Back when, what was it, John Laurinaitis was looking just for supermodels out of Victoria's Secret magazines. It's like, let's hire her.
Is that really what happened?
That's the general consensus.
The unofficial official story? Yeah,
from high atop the Wrestling Observatory, I heard that John Laurinaitis was basically looking at like Sports Illustrated, Victoria's Secret magazines, and just finding out the hottest chicks he could find. And that's where you get the low part of the, I don't know, pre-Divas Revolution, but even before that too. After Beth Phoenix, but before the Divas Revolution, is that low period.
That diva.
Where you had like Caitlyn and a bunch of other divas that just were dateable. So that breaks our little Eva Marie segment into what? Let's go into the WrestleMania card, shall we?
Yes, WrestleMania. It's Smarkamania, ladies and gentlemen.
Smarkamania number 1, brother. The irresistible force versus the immovable object. Austin Aries versus Neville.
Yes.
And the first thing that comes to mind with this match, despite the psychology and what we expect from these two, is that WWE needs the fans to respect the title.
Yes. Well, they need the fans to respect the Cruiserweight division as a whole.
Yeah, that's a great point. I didn't think of that. Mm-hmm. But with the belt, with the fairly new Cruiserweight division, have it up lower to mid card. We understand it's not going to be at the higher card.
Yeah, but it is a title, so you give that title its respect and bump it up a little more.
Especially a title in its infancy.
Mm-hmm.
I agree wholeheartedly.
So how do you think this is going to end up?
Austin Aries and Neville are going to tear the house down completely. Mm-hmm. These two, I believe, have a chip on the shoulder for being relegated down to this level.
Yeah.
As a performer, it would hurt my ego to be at just be the opener.
Yeah.
Especially what these two have been doing.
Austin Aries, and Neville.
I picture this match to go the way I expect, and that's with Austin Aries beating Neville. Mm-hmm. I think that Neville was doing a good job just being the heel that everyone's despising, and we've seen through
good job at it too.
We've seen through a series of events that he's not getting beat by any other person besides. Well, the only one that looks like can have his number is Austin Aries.
Yeah,
because that's what they've been billing him as, is this guy who can't get beat. Even the former Cruiserweight champ Rich Swann couldn't beat him. Mm-hmm. So now we're going, or even Jack Gallagher, who had his opportunity at Fastlane,
which they put a dope ass match on.
So now we go on to, this is Austin Aries' time. This is a double time.
Mm-hmm.
So
you think he's going to go over?
Oh yeah, and I know one thing for sure. I think that pendulum elbow is going to get the pop that it deserves.
Yeah,
he didn't do it. He didn't do it that quick on Monday Night Raw. He did it really fast.
I seen it though.
I was like, let's build that up. Unless creative was like, that's too much like The Rock, brother.
I don't like that.
No more showboating the elbow. Can you imagine they probably
Back in my day, an elbow was a finisher.
The people are going to get mad you're using that elbow.
So, how I see this match going is we're going to get Austin Aries versus Neville, a championship caliber match that isn't going to end traditionally. It's going to end with a run-in introducing a new, bigger star to the Cruiserweight division.
Who do you have?
I don't have anybody specifically, but I will say right now is the perfect time to ruin this match with a banger that's going to get involved in this feud, and we're going to have a dope-ass three-way feud.
What's Kota Ibushi's situation?
Ooh. Apparently, I think currently he's rehabbing third-degree burns on his chest from that
from taking that pyro,
that Roman candle bump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So run-in, huh?
Interference, yes.
Cool.
Who would now fantasy book this? Who would be the best? Who do you think would be a good addition to the cruiserweight division, and especially to keep Ring of Honor in mind? A young buck? No, imagine.
A youthful buck, perhaps. Is Jeff Hardy under 205 pounds?
Imagine if he's like 200 pounds. No, he's.
I think 205 Live. I mean, that's why Nia Jax couldn't go into 205 Live.
That was why.
Did you ever see the JPEG where it says 405 Live and then Nia Jax is like in the middle
That's
like that?
mean.
Yeah,
that's mean.
Well,
guys. Come on, stop.
That's the IWC for you. Running with Austin Aries and Neville. I didn't anticipate this.
No, but think about it. It doesn't have to be anyone specific that has a feud with either of these guys. It's just another name, because this division right here, the creams rose to the top, and the cream is Austin Aries and Neville, and it's everyone's kind of like down here. And yeah, you'll have good matches, but I don't think anyone's ready at this caliber right here. No one else in the division is at Aries Neville
at the A-double level.
Yeah.
The only person I'm thinking of is Kota Ibushi, because
maybe we get the United Kingdom champion. Imagine one of those
crap.
guys.
I didn't even think about that, to where I was going to say Tommy N, but he hasn't even debuted in NXT, and they're building his package in NXT. So that's an X-nay.
Interesting.
And that's something to ponder, man. Like a run-in, or to where Aries actually wins it. What I'm going to do is actually keep these.
The predictions.
Yeah, the predictions to see who's the lead astrologist come at the top of the Wrestling Observatory.
Zach Jack said CM Punk. I like the rivalry between him and John Laurinaitis. I wasn't watching wrestling when Punk was out, dude. I missed all Punk. Like I was watching wrestling from '96 to 2001, 2002, and then blanked on all of it up until WrestleMania 30, and I've been watching steadily since WrestleMania 30. So I miss CM Punk.
It sucks that CM Punk's one of these like supernova superstars where he just, and then as soon as that, just stopped at the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy when you have a superstar like that just stops on his own terms instead of letting wrestling end him.
Yeah.
So I've seen so many guys go along, like Randy the Ram from The Wrestler. Remember Randy the Ram?
I haven't seen that movie.
You haven't even seen The Wrestler,
I haven't seen The
So that joke didn't really fly.
No, but I've heard that there's two movies that represent wrestling to the fullest, at least in a movie standpoint. Yeah. That's
one of them.
The Wrestler and Kayfabe, the movie. That's what I heard. I heard that from
Al Thompson.
Yeah, from Al Thompson.
26-time champ.
I heard that from Brian Zane.
Brian Zane. But yeah, it's just good. I can only speak. Chicago Made is what the CM.
Chicago Made or Chick Magnet?
Chick Magnet too.
Yeah.
The next match that we had is the women's 6-pack challenge. We had Mickie James, Natalya, Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Carmella, Naomi, all going at it for the women's title, SmackDown Women's title.
Naomi.
No, Naomi.
Naomi.
Yeah.
It's her hometown.
Mm-hmm.
She's got the biggest pop last week. She's been incredibly popular amongst wrestling fans recently.
Yeah.
This is her match to win. Hometown. I give it to her. But is it elimination?
Well, that's what I was going to do with, process by process. Carmella's, she's not ready yet for it.
No.
Becky Lynch already had it once. Introductory SmackDown Women's Champ.
She's always dangerous, though.
Yeah. The Bexploder, the best wrestler out of this bunch next to Natalya. Alexa Bliss, 2-time champ already. She doesn't really need it. The Chick Mangling Punk.
Chick Mangling Punk.
It might have been... He might have to put a little third power sign on that.
Hey, Nugs.
Natalia's. I don't think she's ever going to get another title. She just needs to hang it up. I say this because hang it up within WWE because she's not getting the respect she deserves.
Yeah, no.
She's a hot women's wrestler that can wrestle. That's a degree that you barely get.
Her shelf life is waning, though.
You think so? She's still hot.
Well, the WWE. If it, maybe she takes like a year off and comes back, or 2 years off.
Oh,
and
like
comes
how
back.
can you miss me if I'm gone type of thing. She's just been there too long.
But like Mickie James, she's older too, but she's still hot.
Yeah, Mickie James. This isn't her type of situation right now. So what do you think? Kelly runs in.
Oh my god.
Kelly speculated to run in.
They
Maybe she might be introduced as a new addition.
Ooh, I like New Edition.
Yeah. She'll get a call from Mr. Telephone Man. Well, Naomi looks like the only logical choice if you're going to pick a winner, but imagine if they do the Eva Marie swerve or the Kelly swerve.
Because they still said that any woman available on the SmackDown roster.
Because it's never been confirmed with this Eva Marie situation. It hasn't been officially said by.
It's never been confirmed that those were the final people in the match, right?
No, it's just been. The tagline has been like you mentioned, any available woman on the SmackDown roster. Naomi is going to have a great entrance alongside. She might be hoisting up that title. So we both have her because I have her.
Yeah, okay. I have Noami though.
Okay, I'll make sure the
Miami.
Feel the Glow Miami Noami from Chicago. Okay, so we got both Naomi for the women's six-pack challenge.
Do you think Naomi's going to have the best entrance of the night?
I think so.
Okay.
Add to the fact she is the hometown gal.
Mm-hmm. All the
She's straight out of Hotlando. Added to the fact that her entrance is always going to get a pop no matter where she's at, because the little girls like dubstep, little girls like glow sticks and raves and stuff like that. So it's always going to be appealing. So there's more degrees added to it because hometown plus big crowd. You just might not hear it because remember you're in what's the stadium they're at? The one the Dolphins play?
It's like Orange Dome or something.
Sunkist Stadium, something like that. 50,000 people capacity, but it's not covered. So it's like Levi Stadium where you don't hear that big of a pop.
Yeah, but according to Dave Meltzer, those numbers aren't very accurate.
Oh yeah, because they have to get seats away for the pyro.
Yeah.
And get like the other WrestleMania where
and the investors want to know that we packed over 100,000 people in the stadium last year for WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
Did you hear that? Jim Cornette, Bruce Pritchard was on Jim Cornette. His radio, the Jim Cornette Experience.
Yes, definitely.
They just lashed into each other. It's a good.
Oh yeah, no, the two-parter.
I think it was a two-parter. I watched it in sections.
Where Jim Cornette found it hard to believe a certain point to where about pushes, right? It was about pushes.
It was about everything. They covered everything. They covered this lunch they had with the Ultimate Warrior back in the day.
Oh yeah, where they had to go to his training gym, and they were showing you all this stuff. He made a fake word called like destrucity.
Destrucity. Yeah.
He was all cussing in front of Linda McMahon. Yeah. He's all like, no one ever cussed in front of Linda, but the Ultimate Warrior was just letting it all out.
That was funny. Jim Cornette says, I don't know what it is about. When someone dies, they're automatically praised. Like they were never a piece of shit ever in their life. And then just started ripping into Ultimate Warrior. That was hilarious.
The next thing we have is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Please don't tell me that's on the pre-show.
It might not be on the pre-show. I think we're done with the pre-show at this point.
It was on the pre-show.
I think,
no, last year. And I was just like, what the hell is going on? Hideo Itami fell flat on that.
Oh, yeah.
Or that might have been 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago. That was at Levi Stadium. So this Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal doesn't really do anything for anyone at this point. With Cesaro, with Big Show, Cesaro, Baron Corbin,
Breezango
won it.
Baron Corbin. Oh no. Okay.
Baron Corbin won it last year.
You're talking about the winner.
Yeah, Baron Corbin, Cesaro, Big Show.
Yeah. Baron Corbin, Cesaro,
and nothing happened with Cesaro besides him becoming a Paul Heyman guy, and that kind of went the wayside.
That was
if that got over, Cesaro would be the main event pitcher.
Yeah, but please, it sucks that rarely do we get Paul Heyman guys, and it just falls flat on Cesaro. Like there's so many guys who could be. Rusev could be a Paul Heyman guy.
Yeah,
except he has Lana right now, or he's had Lana, but.
Well, that's why they'll just who would you
Rusev
like will get a chair to. Rusev will give a chair to Lana, and then it'll be a kayfabe divorce.
Who do you want to be the next Paul Heyman?
The next Paul Heyman guy.
Baron Corbin.
Yeah, I can see that.
Neville. But Neville can talk. So it doesn't really need it.
This whole 205 thing, I think they're going to get stuck at 205 Live. You know, like I really believe that this whole 205 Live thing is literally going to not die for a couple years until they realize, well, Austin Aries and Neville could only fight the main event so many times. We're going to have to X-nay this and get Austin Aries to the main event picture. So we got this. So the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, I really don't even... I think the Big Show might be a 2-time champ just because they don't have him for Shaq. You know what I mean? I have the Big Show on this one. I want to be outside of the box on this one.
So who do you think is going to win?
The Big Show.
You think the Big Show's going to win it?
Yeah.
I am tired of the Big Show winning everything. When it comes to like Battle Memorial,
Royals,
Battle Royal situations, or even Royal Rumble situations, I hate seeing that dude win it all the time. Ooh, okay. Zach says, I wonder if Mick Foley will make a cameo or a surprise entrance due to Sami Zayn defending Mick Foley when he got fired. Sami Zayn's in the Memorial Battle Royal.
That'd be... Oh, you know what? For all the shit he's been getting the last couple weeks on SmackDown from Stephanie, with the assistance from Mick Foley in this match may be there. Because he's the only one that actually he's the only one that actually gave his piece with Mick on his way out.
Yeah.
On Monday Night Raw. Yeah. So planting the seeds for that. So do you want to go with Sami Zayn as your red horse?
My red horse.
Your Quebecian horse.
My ska horse.
Yeah, your ska horse.
My checkered horse.
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad... That's not a bad move.
You want me to put Sugar Sami Zayn as his nickname?
Sweetwater Sami
Zayn. Okay.
Sweetwater Samuel Zayn.
Okay. Samuel P. Zayn. Sami Zayn.
Did we mess up on something? You said you mean Raw? Yeah.
Yeah, did I say SmackDown? What did I say? Raw? WrestleMania?
SmackDown. You're pretty dumb when it comes to
stuff
like that. So.
I don't think that well. I don't think too good with brain.
You don't brain good.
I don't brain that good. So the next thing we have was Intercontinental title time. We have Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin in a hair versus hair match. And it's not a hair versus hair match. I hope they just slide that stipulation in there for both of them.
You've been waiting for those two men to have a hair versus hair match.
Oh, man. If I was in the front row, I'm like, hair versus hair. I would literally say that all day. I'd have to have 2 beers. Like,
are you stoked for this?
The last 2 weeks, they have never made contact with themselves in the ring. Besides the whole, let me tease myself on the forklift on SmackDown.
Yeah.
And then this via satellite promo that they did on SmackDown.
Oh, you mean the via satellite promo prior to WrestleMania 33?
Yeah.
Everyone remembers that. That was a classic.
With no contact or anything. I don't know. They're not adding any more respect to the Intercontinental title. And it's important because that title is older than the World Heavyweight title that they have realistically. Because, what is it? Pat Patterson won it back in Rio de Janeiro. I remember that. The thing I wanted to get across with this one is that this one's it's gonna be like one of those quiet matches.
That's kind of how I feel.
But they're gonna tear the house down too, because I know Baron Corbin could go. I was harsh on him in the beginning at NXT, and I know Dean Ambrose. Those two styles can mesh. Both of them don't give a shit. Like their gimmick is they don't care about anything. Yeah. And they just do what they do. So if it could be one of these knockdown, drag out matches, yes. I'll go for it completely. But with me, Baron Corbin has to take the title for him to add legitimacy to his name.
Really?
Yeah. So
it seems like every time they put a title on Ambrose, it kind of falls flat.
Yeah, I agree. The last pop that Dean Ambrose had with the World Heavyweight title was just at Money in the Bank. Any other time it wasn't as big a pop than AJ Styles. Literally sets the pop for SmackDown. If you want to hear a good pop, attend to Snackdown.
SmackDown Live brought to you by Cheez-Its.
SmackDown brought to you by Slim Jims. You'll notice a bigger pop with AJ Styles because he sets that precedent now.
And because I love AJ Styles, dude.
And in Dean's case, it just doesn't. I don't know. I don't think the message is getting across that this guy's cool. Like with me, the point that I lost faith in Dean Ambrose was the time where he did the podcast with Stone Cold.
Yeah.
And when he had the title. And then it goes to closing credits, and Stone Cold literally goes in on him as the credits go. He's like, "You have this title, man. You're supposed to be doing like." You hear that?
What do you think about that?
The Stone Cold Dean Ambrose podcast?
No, how Stone Cold lashes into him, telling him, "Hey, you need to be a champ. You need to do this. You need to do this." Because a lot of people are like, "Hey," especially with like my bro. He's just like, "That's not Dean Ambrose. That's not the person he is. That's not the kind of wrestler he is." Yeah. Well, when you got Stone Cold giving you tips. Better fucking listen, because that guy can see. Not only can he see what's going on right now, but he can see how you need to improve and what's going to help you get over. Maybe that's the reason, because he doesn't do the things that
you're getting denied. You're denying yourself tips from a person who's hoisted that title more times than you have, and you
even had his own title made, the smoking skull belt.
When you're that over to where you have a custom made skull belt, you got to listen to the guy giving you that advice. You know. The thing with Dean Ambrose, it just doesn't go across to me anymore. And for him to be, I'm not saying he's a placeholder champ, because, you know what, having the Intercontinental titles, I respect that title a lot, you know. But with me, having Baron Corbin go over with heel shenanigans would be ideal for me.
Oh yeah.
With you, who do you want winning this out of Dean and Baron?
Dean Ambrose is not the Intercontinental. He cut a promo about the Intercontinental title before, I want to say the match that he was in, the ladder match with Daniel Bryan ended up winning. He cut a promo with about being the workhorse champ, being the IC champ that everyone deserves, and he got it, and he's not that champ,
and he hasn't defended it.
Yeah, whether it's creative holding him back, whether it's him not, arising to the occasion, he's just not the IC champ that I want. Baron Corbin is. I love Baron Corbin. I love me some Baron Corbin. Yeah, but I don't think he's ready for that IC title. Or he can hold it. Yeah, it'll make him. It'll look good on him. Yeah. But is he IC champ material?
I would dare to say that a lot of people are more over on Baron Corbin than Dean Ambrose.
Damn.
I would have to go with that.
Okay.
The idea is that to hear Dean Ambrose is going to retain over Baron Corbin at this point, when this is either going to make or break Baron Corbin.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying on this?
He's always going to have a chance. It's not going to ruin him.
It's going to bury him forever. You might as well make this a casket match, brother.
I'm gonna go. What's his name?
With
Dean Ambrose.
With Jimmy Dean Ambrose.
Yeah. Okay. Cause stops in the comment section with a nice quote from the wrestling philosopher that is no longer with us.
Yeah.
Owen Hart. He hits us with the famous quote, "I'll kick your leg into your leg."
Oh yeah, when he did that promo. So let's go with, and it's funny because Cosmo would be in the middle.
He would be.
Yeah, he would be in the middle. If it would be Two Smarks A Mark, if Cosmo in the comment section would have actually showed up.
But thank you for showing up to Smarkamania, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Paper Review presents Smark A Mark for today. Mark, Kraze, we're here predicting Wrestlemania 33.
So feel free to add comments and add your input. And when we read them, we'll read them as we go, and then we'll go back to them.
Zach Jack wants to hear about AJ Styles, Shane McMahon. We will come up to that.
Yeah, that's coming up in a little bit. You're not that far away from it.
So hang on, man. We're almost there, bro.
Hang on, Toots. We got you.
Hang on, Toots.
So the next thing we had was the Fatal 4-Way with Bayley, Charlotte, Sasha Banks, and Nia Jax. One thing I want to get across is that if you're the one hoisting up the title in a promo and you're not the champ and you're hoisting up the title like that, you are not going to get the title that night of WrestleMania.
Yeah. What?
It'd be cool to see eventually with Nia Jax, since
Nia Jax is not.
She's the Kevin Nash. She's the Kevin Nash of the women's division with a bit bigger moveset than Kevin Nash.
That includes the fucking hair flip.
That includes the hair flip. But Nia Jax with me this isn't her time yet.
Hell no.
I'm expecting Charlotte's good. What if Charlotte wins this? It's what, her 78th title.
Yeah,
78th women's title run.
We got to build her up to that 16-time women's champion. Woo!
Which Big E said, he was like, which would be by the end of this month. I remember when they talked to when they totally took a shot on that.
They said that? I don't remember.
Like, are you gonna want to see Charlotte win like another title? It's like, what to match Ric Flair's number?
Yeah.
And then Big E was like, yeah, by the end of
next month.
he's like, yeah, at this rate, it'll be by the end of next month. That was fucking hilarious to me.
Call it for what it is, dude.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they're doing right now.
Bayley as a women's champ has how would you summarize this? Her bubblegum title run.
Bubblegum title run?
Bubblegum title run. Just whoop.
The Hubba Bubba champion?
Bubblicious Bayley.
I don't know, dude. She doesn't do it for me as champ. She was an awesome NXT champ. Against all odds. The fighting champion that the women's division in NXT needed. Charlotte has leaps and bounds and improved over Bayley, who is getting better, and Sasha, who kind of seems like she's stagnant, like she plateaued.
As a face, Sasha Banks has been stagnant.
Uh-huh.
Now, what she needs to do, Sasha Banks, is hit up another tag team partner, Hillary Banks, come back with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air title. No, but in all seriousness,
the Fresh Banks of Bel-Air.
I know, the Fresh Banks of Bel-Air. What ends up happening is that she's going to signify a heel turn on Bayley. Charlotte's gonna have to roll out in the middle of the ring. Sasha Banks is gonna have to get the bank statement in on Bayley, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I really think that's it, because Nia Jax isn't ready for this. Charlotte doesn't need another run. From what I have here, I have Sasha Banks heel shenanigans.
Okay.
Either hitting her with the title to get the pin, clean in the ring, or Sasha Banks getting the submission, the bank statement, because she hasn't used the bank statement in a little while.
Isn't this the elimination match, though? That's
Fatal
an elimination.
four-way?
Yeah, it's a fatal four-way elimination.
From what I have is Nia, Charlotte, and then Sasha and Bayley.
That's how you... Okay.
Yeah.
That's
A heel Sasha Banks is best for business at this point.
Yeah.
And it's been overdue.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't wait to see that, because the last time Sasha Banks was heel was during the initial Women's Revolution, when she teamed up with Naomi and Tamina Snuka, and that kind of fell bad. Flat.
All that fell flat. It sucks.
So, what do you have here for this fatal? Fatal four way.
I agree with what you said. Nia Jax immediately. I don't know. Nia she'll probably be in the final three, because she could just muscle her way around. But yeah, we'll probably lose Charlotte right away.
Yeah, I think maybe Nia could put Charlotte away real quick. That way it kind of...
And then Bayley and Sasha can team up on her, get her out, and then they could be them too, because they've been having this, this is my friend, and then Charlotte, no, she's going to stab you in the back, and then Sasha admitting on Raw that she'll do what she has to do, and that includes beat Bayley's, and like, it's jumbled enough to where that can be our final two, and they could put on a badass match, which is what they wanted to do, was main event WrestleMania, just them two. They've said that since they were coming up in NXT, but that's going to be a fire match. That if they end up with those two as the final two, they're going to light the place on fire.
Expect Charlotte. Charlotte.
Hey,
Expect Sasha Banks to be holding that title at WrestleMania 33, brother. Orlando's gonna have a big orange to celebrate with in the middle of the ring, brother.
Orlando's gonna see the boss walk out, champ. Jimmy.
College football isn't ready for the Sasha Bowl over in Florida, brother. 3-way tag team ladder match for the Raw tag team titles. We have the Club versus Enzo and Cass versus Cesaro and Sheamus. Yeah. This is one of the first times that by listing, and I mentioned I mentioned this to you earlier in the day. This is the first time that it's been Anderson and Gallows. It's been an three-way match. I haven't heard of a three-way match in a long time where it's just Anderson and Gallows versus Enzo and Cass versus Cesaro and Sheamus.
That's funny.
That's
a little weird.
There's no tag team name to go with it. There's no like American Alpha. There's no Vaudevillains. There's no Ascension. It's just Ands.
Yeah.
That's just the first thing I've noticed. But with this one, let me get one spot I'm going to see out of the way first. With the ladder match, expect Cesaro to jump off the ladder, springboard into the second rope, and give an uppercut to somebody.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, because remember he did that at Money in the Bank.
Okay.
He did that Money in the Bank. That was when Del Rio was still in the mix, and that was Alberto Del Rio, El Patron.
But you already knew that.
With this match, I expect the club to retain.
Yeah, they're actually starting to get dirtier and doing their heel-like things, as we mentioned earlier. These aren't the most athletic guys to be doing ladder spots at all. The smallest guy in this match is the most clumsiest.
Yes.
He's very clunky, and I don't think we're going to get a ladder match that we're used to seeing, which is just like a spot fest with guys jumping off and combining ladders and stuff. What I think is we're just going to get a strong style match where they're just beating the shit out of each other using ladders.
And then where the ladder comes in at the last part of the match. That'd be cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I would enjoy that.
But here we go, man. Prediction time.
I have the club retaining over Enzo and Cass and Cesaro and Sheamus.
And Cesaro.
Yeah.
But it is a ladder match. There is no holds barred. It is somewhat of a hardcore type match, which means we can have a run in. No one, a man by the name of Phineas Balor is not booked to be at WrestleMania, but he is currently competing in house shows and whatnot. May we get a club reunion? Who knows? Bullet Club reunion?
What if we have? Well, do you think they're going to waste? And I'm not saying waste because
I see what you're saying.
Because the Universal title is Finn Balor's to take, but do you think they'll use that shot to have Finn Balor interrupt this match?
You're right.
Because the second option is to have Finn Balor run in on the main event, but the idea of a 5'10", 200-pound Finn Balor going up against Goldberg and Brock Lesnar.
There's your addition to the cruiserweight division.
I know, exactly.
Nah,
but that idea goes by the wayside because then you'll see the size differential.
Yeah.
So that would be impressive to see, just have Finn Balor just join in the club and actually get that faction rolling.
Yep.
That'd be cool because then it protects the main event, and we'll get that a little later. So do you have the BLT club winning this
BLT club
winning this three-way
the
tag team
club combo
match?
sandwich? Yeah.
Okay. Versus the Caesar salad and
Caesar salad and the
I don't know what a Sheamus is.
Yeah.
Or
what an Enzo and Cass is.
No, we have that. The club taking the tag title. So the next thing we had was Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho for the U.S.
For the U.S. title.
The U.S. title.
Yeah, which is what I predicted months ago.
That was good.
You guys were paying attention.
Well, that's what happens when you're sitting high atop of the Wrestling Observatory.
That's right, yeah.
I enjoy that. I enjoy that you have your telescope and you're able to shoot these predictions off. Let's see what happens.
I think Kevin Owens is going to walk out champ. He's going to beat the shit out of Chris Jericho.
I agree with that. And
the Kevin Owens shows rolls on as United States champion.
And keep the consistency of having some belt on him, because the story is that Chris Jericho is going to tour with Fozzy.
Yeah.
But the way I expect this match to go is just the ultimate babyface is going to go out into hiding for a little while, just get completely obliterated by the heel, and just get his title taken away. But it's still going to be a great ass match, man. I love it.
Oh yeah, I'm in no way am I saying that this is going to be a boring ass match. This is going to be good, dude. It's Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens. What the hell? Quick, simple. Kevin Owens retains.
Yeah, better than the whole Chris Jericho AJ Styles match that we had last year.
Oh, don't.
Yeah, I know, man.
You would think that would be the
that match was like 5 years ago, too late.
Yeah.
And not even on AJ's part. It's just all respects to Chris Jericho, because Chris Jericho has a lot of miles on him.
Yeah. He's also one of the greatest of all time.
He is one of the goats.
My buddy Clint Popsky actually let me drop dime on me that he might be touring with Fozzy pretty soon. So
yeah. Sugar Shane Popsky, Soda Popopsky. The next thing
this
that we
guy?
have here is the match that a couple of people in the comment stream were alluding to that we take care of next. AJ Estilos versus Shane O. McMahon.
Shane O-Face McMahon.
Shane O-Face McMahon, baby.
There was the promo that we talked about earlier on SmackDown. He says, "This ain't a match. This is a This ain't a hardcore match. This is a match that has to take place in the four sides of the ring. This is a match if you get disqualified for staying out of the ring for 10 seconds. This is a straight up traditional match. What kind of high spots do you see Shane McMahon doing, if at all? What do you see AJ Styles doing? And do you still think, even though a contract was signed on Tuesday, like how you said, maybe we get Shane McMahon coming out saying, yo, whether I'm too banged up or injured or whatnot, your new opponent is here.
Yeah.
You're no longer going to face me. You're going to face Shinsuke Nakamura."
Imagine he literally admits, like, well, I can't do it in the four. I can't do it without a high spot.
Yeah.
You're Shinsuke. Man, I thought that that's what they were going with, having AJ SmackDown after SmackDown just beat up Shane McMahon to the point to where Shane has no comment on whether he's going to go to WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. And so you have Shane come out, Shane gets his pop, and then just introduces Shinsuke Nakamura. They don't do that. That's fine. It's cool with me.
Yeah. AJ said that he's up for any challenge, so if he's wrestling Shane McMahon, he's no matter what's going on, AJ Styles is going to look like $1 million. His pants tore and his butthole was showing, and he still put on one of the greatest matches: 450 springboard, 450 to the outside,
with cheeks exposed.
Fucking phenomenal, dude. There's no other way to put it. The guy's phenomenal.
That 450 splash. Every time I see it, I just have to record it and put it up and.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could see a highlight reel of that thing all day. Expect the Spanish announce table to be broken.
Oh yeah,
don't
count on that Spanish announce table being there.
And I hope Shane elbows one of the tables and then AJ 450s the other table.
Oh.
AJ probably like 450s the other table to Shane, and then gets the 10 count. That's it.
What if Shane's jumping, ready to do the elbow from the top rope?
Yeah.
And in the middle of that, AJ stands up and does a Pele kick, and they both go through.
You'd have to get at the right appropriate moment.
Hey man, I'm just thinking.
Can you imagine the announce team where Michael calls Pele kick, and it just looks shitty because you can't synchronize that up, right? Yeah. Where it gets like it whiffs and hits his shoulder. Oh, got shoulder contact there. Shane is out.
He didn't get all of it.
That would be way too risky of a spot. But I do know. I mean, we got to see Shane McMahon's elbow in there. Mm-hmm. You know,
coast to coast.
Well. Are they going to be... Well, you can't really... There's no coast to coast without the trash can.
That's true.
As lovely as I would like to see that. And it's before it was coast to coast. Let's clear the record. This is the Van Terminator.
I was about to say that.
Yeah,
it's like the Van Terminator with no chair.
I remember watching the Van Terminator, downloading it on a file on LimeWire. Oh. And then my brother was like, dude, you got to see... You know the Van Terminator, right? And I'm like, yeah, man. Well, this is the Van Terminator, brother. He doesn't sound like Hogan, but this is just to build up the tension. I see it for the first time. I was like, this guy's dead. This guy literally got leg dropped.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, from turnbuckle to the bottom turnbuckle on the other side, with his legs just pounding into him with a chair. Alongside a chair being in front of his damn face. Well, with that being said, it brings us back to saying, well, AJ and Shane aren't going to have real weapons inside this match. It's going to be held within the squared circle. So,
but they're no stranger to coming out and making a stipulation for a match.
Yeah, when it comes to just the ring itself, that kind of gives you the idea that AJ is going to take it because there's really no one in the business right now besides 2 or 3 people that can actually blow up AJ. Mm-hmm. Not a lot of people.
No. AJ's going to wrestle circles.
But one thing I could see is that Shane McMahon hopefully has prepared and done a lot of homework, etc., to actually make this a great match.
If we get the match, remember, guys, we're never guaranteed to get this match.
I know that is true.
I'm hoping you're right, dude, with the
Shinsuke curveball.
Yeah, he is going to be challenging for the title.
Yeah,
at NXT the day before. So
Yeah, but what about the travel time to go from Orlando to WrestleMania? You think he'll make the trip?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know if he has it in him to make that gruesome trip.
Yeah, we'll see about it. But I have AJ Styles winning this, and that's pretty much it. I think you're going to be on the same boat with me on this.
Yeah. AJ
Okay.
Styles.
So
Man.
let's put that.
If he wrestles against Shane McMahon.
Shane McManamus. The next thing we have is Seth Rollins versus Triple H.
In this, what do they call it? No holds or hold? What did they call it?
I forget what they called it.
Some stupid stipulation to where it's not necessarily a sanctioned match, but we're still going to have the match.
Yeah, the whole idea is just.
Which brings to my point, dude. And who knows how many did we cover already? Is this WrestleMania overbooked?
We are now in hour 3 of our WrestleMania predictions here. I think our predictions are going to go as long as WrestleMania is.
Seriously, dude. Like, no joke, dude. This WrestleMania is overbooked. Cut. Let's see. Well, that's what happens when you get the brand split.
Oh, no. I have it on both sides, this whole WrestleMania card.
Oh, see, even worse. All right, cut Austin Aries and Neville. We don't need that. I don't know, dude.
If anything,
too
it's
much.
At least there's titles on the line. There's not filler matches.
That's why I was looking at that. And I'm like, you can't cut this match because it's
the situation isn't facing. The situation isn't facing Breezango or something. You know, this isn't like there's no celebrity involvement, which is good.
Well, we've been wanting Triple H and Seth Rollins for the longest time. WrestleMania's there. It's the biggest stage. Seth missed WrestleMania last year.
Yeah.
Hold harmless agreement. Cause, thanks for that. Oh, God. Cause also said, if you two smarks don't think AJ can't have a good match with an action figure, you're crazy.
I agree. He can use his own action figure at that point.
He can wrestle a goddamn inflatable raft.
Can you imagine the match Ricochet and AJ would have?
Oh, God.
Just, it's hard to keep up. It'd be hard to keep up.
You mean Prince Puma?
Well, if Prince Puma and AJ came, that Prince Puma would have to come back from the dead.
It sounds like
he's dead.
Yeah, that's right.
Lucha Underground.
Hey, spoilers, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. So Seth Rollins and Triple H with knockout, drag out match. I would imagine it have to be slow paced to accommodate the sensitive,
harmless agreement that they have.
The sense, we have to make sure we go light on Seth with his knees. So there's not going to be any Phoenix splashes that one Phoenix splash that he does that he never pulls off. The only time he really pulled it off was SummerSlam 2015 on John Cena.
And he hit him in the dick with that
one. Oh, man. So we had that. Now on Triple H's case, he doesn't really need to win this match.
Here's the thing, dude. We're not going to get Triple H, man. We're going to get his crony, Samoa Joe.
Joey
Samoa, who's not booked for WrestleMania.
Yeah, because now there's really no DQ at the hold harmless agreement.
Yeah. You stupid son of a... I don't need to wrestle.
The two H's in Triple H stand for hold harmless Hemsley.
This is hold harmless Hemsley you're talking about, bro.
This is what the match is about. That's crazy to imagine. So now he gets jumped. Oh, wait. So then a Shield reunion's coming up.
Oh, with Ambrose and...
Yeah, so the Shield would have to come together because you'd have Triple H, you'd have Shamoe Jamoe, and you'd have Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Then Seth would get obliterated for a little bit, and then all you hear is the Shield music come on.
You mean, and then Roman Reigns walks out because it's still his music.
Yeah. Yeah. For the people that just think it's just Roman Reigns' music now. And...
It's WrestleMania, the ultimate throw ride.
Oh, okay. So then Triple H shoves Seth Rollins into a roller coaster, the roller coaster set that they have.
Yeah.
And then on the way down, the Shield reunite.
There we go. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
What are you saying? WrestleMania, the ultimate throw ride. One word.
Yeah. WrestleMania, the ultimate throw ride.
Oh, yeah.
It's all one word. One word.
So, I thought he was just alluding to like the Ultimate Warrior showing
No,
up.
what he's saying with one word is that he only has one word to describe you.
Oh, wow. And that's firm?
Yeah.
Nice. I expected that. So,
as he looks off camera and to a guy who's feeding him the words to spell soft.
So then we have, who do you have winning this match? You have
I have. Well, it's the hold harmless match. Well, I don't know is it a match or are they just wrestling? They're locking up.
This is the same thing I was telling you in SummerSlam 02 where Shawn Michaels and Triple H had the non-sanctioned match.
Yeah.
So anything goes.
So what?
It's WrestleMania, the ultimate thrill ride.
Yeah, but all right. So are we gonna get some gnarly backstage tussle? What's going on here? Like the stipulations for this match aren't clear.
Seth is going to retain.
He's gonna retain
no,
what?
take that back. I mean, not retain.
He's going to retain a knee injury?
The knee injury will be retained. No, just because of all these titles I've been mentioning.
Yeah, I know.
With Triple H, do you really want to bury anything Samoa Joe's affiliated with right now?
Well, it's Triple H. The only guy that gets over is Triple H.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Everyone is at risk.
I know that is true. With the Triple H match, Kevin Owens is now liable. And Samoa Joe's liable to get buried, even as his cronies.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So, if this happens, the momentum Samoa Joe's had up to this point is now going to be null and void because they're going to see a triple power bomb from the Shield. The speculation at this point. Mm-hmm. Seth Rollins is going to win this one with Shield interference.
Okay, that's your final call.
Yeah, because he's going to get beat up to the point. He's going to get beat up with Hunter hold harmless, Samoa Joe, and Kevin Owens. That's what the 2H stand for now, brother.
Dude,
what do you think?
Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe's going to come out and destroy him. He's the destroyer. He's just going to come out.
That's true.
Taking off his cufflinks, undoing his shirt while everyone pops. No music.
To see that nice bod of his.
Yeah, that nice Samoan
six-pack.
Yeah.
The Samoan six-pack machine. So then, all right, now the match that we've been analyzing for months now. Cena and Nikki Bella versus Miz and Maurice. Probably the best lead-up of any of these matches.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Has been Cena and Nikki versus Miz and Maurice.
You would think it's the main event, the way they've been building it.
Exactly. So what do we have? We either have two scenarios. Either Miz and Maurice lose in disgusting fashion, or John Cena and Nikki Bella lose from the Miz and Maurice with heel-like tactics, and John Cena goes off into the sunset to film The Hangover 4 or whatever he's going to do in Hollywood.
Well, no, Maurice and the Miz they're laying down.
The Mizworth.
Actually, this was a prediction that I had. Yeah. Prediction time, dude.
Oh, I thought Cos wrote Sonora Joe like a Mexican.
Sonora Joe. Sonora Jose. The Miz, check this out. The Miz is gonna hurt Nikki Bella and have Maurice pin her, and they're gonna win. He's gonna win like that. He's gonna I know
like that.
I know it's a risky prediction. But the best thing for him to do is like hit her with a clothesline or a trip or something, or even drop kick John Cena and him like hit her and then throw Cena out the ropes and then grab Maurice and throw her on because women can't pin men and men can't pin women.
What I'm thinking is that this is the ultimate. This will get you some ultimate heat, where John Cena gets chop blocked by the Miz. John goes on one knee, and Nikki she's proposing. He's getting proposed to in the middle of the ring. Nikki goes like this, gets all shocked, and then the Miz clotheslines her.
That'd be awesome.
And then that would be the ultimate distraction. That would, if you could book that would be hilarious. But
at that moment in time, he decides to propose to her.
The chop block, but Nikki doesn't see it. She turns around, and then
Miz rolls out of the ring
like this, like, oh help. And it looks like he has something in his hand. I don't know.
She thinks it's her WrestleMania moment. Oh my god! Wow! Throws a skull crushing finale on it. Rolls over
and it'll be called the indecent proposal screw job.
Oh, there we go.
Where we don't know whether it was a work or a shoot or whatever. I have Cena and Nikki winning. You have Miz and Maurice winning.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me write that down.
Heel-like tactics.
Okay. Because if it's heel-like tactics, you get an extra 2 points.
Oh, there we go.
And I'm out of ink. There we go. Okay.
Winner,
So
winner,
Ellsworth and Maurice.
the loser of these predictions. We're tallying this up.
Yeah.
Loser of this predictions gets one go at Back Alley Sally.
Yes, exactly. Whoever wins this gets a full 12 minutes with Back Alley Sally. So the next thing we had, let's now do the championships. Let's do the main titles. Let's respect these titles, despite what the card might do later. Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. Man, Bray Wyatt can wrestle.
He's getting damn good, dude. Everyone's getting good at over on SmackDown.
I love it. The Elimination Chamber was a damn good showcase for the kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then what better dance partner to have than Randall Keith Orton?
Is that his name?
Yeah, I think so.
Randall Keith Orton. There we go.
Does Randy need another title at this point?
Well, behind Ric Flair, John Cena, and Triple H. Randy Orton's right there, right? Or is it Randy Orton? Or is it
Randy?
Triple H?
I think has 12.
Okay.
If the few of you guys watching this pay per view, Smarkamania 1
Live.
Why don't you guys look up there on the Facebooks and find out how many titles Randy Orton has
On the Facebook.
on the MySpaces.
If Randy Orton if he's like, I don't know, it seems like the moment for him to win a title and to keep racking them up is now. But at the same time, Bray Wyatt has been, the response of him winning the belt has been amazing.
Yeah.
He's in for a good run. He's even got a feud in the shoot with Luke Harper, who's looking fantastic recently.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a time to take the belt off of him, but I wouldn't be surprised if Randy Orton just takes it out of nowhere.
Do you have Randy Orton winning this?
I'll go ahead and have Randy Orton winning it.
But
I love me some Bray Wyatt, dude. I love it. Awesome to see that dude succeed.
I think Bray Wyatt's gonna get put over because it's been a while since he's actually he hasn't won a Mania since. I don't know if the Wyatt family even won a Mania.
I don't know.
Because I know Bray lost to Cena at Mania 30, and I know at Mania 32 he lost to The Undertaker with no affiliation with Teddy Long whatsoever. I think Bray's going over. I think he's going to retain.
Okay.
So we'll have Bray Wyatt to retain.
Those of you watching right now, you like the pay-per-view, go ahead and chop block that sub button.
Give a chop block to that subscription button. Do a Canadian Destroyer right on that like button.
And give a burning hammer right on that subscribe button, dude.
Baby. I was still surprised No Mercy on the 64 had that.
That's dope.
I was so surprised.
It's a good move.
Yeah, that's Austin Aries' finisher in the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I created.
Yeah, he was in No Mercy. I forgot.
Yeah, well, it's Joey Abs. It's Joey Abs' face.
Okay.
In my game.
Yeah.
But the similar movesets besides the Burning Hammer. There's no Chancery as a submission, so I can't have that.
Oh, damn.
Or Last Chancery, excuse me. Okay, so now what we have here, now we're at the prime rib of this steak sandwich. So now we have Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker. Only way I'm satisfied out of this situation here is that if Roman Reigns wins with heel tactics, because this is a face Undertaker.
Yeah, but it's also an old as fuck Undertaker, and he's not. Did you see him when he knocked out who did he knock out of the ring? It wasn't Braun.
No,
it was whoever Roman was wrestling on Raw.
Mm.
He throws him out of the ring, and then he kind of braces, and then turns around and gets speared. And he doesn't look like Undertaker anymore.
Do you think he's just storing it up for the showcase of the Immortals?
Probably. Oh, I hope so. I hope that's what's going on right now.
Yeah, because
Taker ain't looking too hot, and it sucks. But Roman might be the 2, and what is it, 23-2, or how many?
Oh yeah,
22.
Well, that record's now null and void. They don't
bring it up.
Like WWE doesn't even talk about it anymore. Like Brock, after Brock, that streak doesn't even get mentioned.
That sucks.
So Brock after that, they had nothing else to talk about at that point. Roman Reigns wins with heel shenanigans.
Okay.
Finally turns heel, and with me, I think that this is the payoff us audience members have been looking for.
Uh-huh.
I want a payoff. I will mark out if Roman Reigns turns heel.
Oh, okay.
You know, he looks like the anti-hero. He looks like a homeless Aquaman. You know, this is the homeless Aquaman that we've wanted to see.
Even though Aquaman looks like a homeless
Roman
Aquaman.
Reigns.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, both of them just switch and no one noticed. No one be none the wiser.
I'm gonna go ahead and take Taker because I hate Roman Reigns.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the grounds of me not liking a man.
So there's.
I wish harm against.
So what's your over under on Teddy Long's involvement here? To throw in make this a 6-man tag match.
Oh my god!
And a holla 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 play.
You know what pisses me? You know what's pissing me off? Al Roker being a guest announcer for Nikki and
Cena
you
gotta
versus
know how the
Miz
weather
and-
is, yo. To get the weather going.
Why?
By God, there's a thunderstorm.
Lawrence
WrestleMania is ruined.
Lawrence brought it up saying that's the entertainment aspect of the show.
What,
This is your entertainment.
oh yeah, that's the celebrity.
Yeah.
Oh jeez, yeah. The biggest one we can find. Biggest one we could find 15 years ago was Al Roker, literally.
My girl was she watches with me. She watches wrestling with me, and
oh, it's great to have that luxury.
oh dude, it's all right.
Cool.
She likes Roman Reigns, but she was like, I was telling her, dude, WrestleMania is a Sunday, man. It's gonna be dope. You gonna watch it? She's like, yeah, I'm stoked about it, whatever.
Yeah.
Until she seen Pitbull was gonna be there, she's like, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm like, damn, because of Pitbull.
Pitbull can go to hell, Adrian.
So like, yeah, Pitbull, Al Roker, those are my big gripes about this WrestleMania.
The main event that we anticipate is going to be Brock Lesnar versus Bill Goldberg. How long do you think this match is going to last?
It's not. That's why they stack the card so much, because the main event's going to be fucking a minute long.
This match can't go longer than 5 minutes. It really can't, because Brock needs to get his shit in, because that's what they've been building up.
Yeah, but also Goldberg can't go past 5 minutes of wrestling. I don't think so. He got F5'd and he was dripping sweat like he was just ran a marathon
while holding the Universal title. So all that added weight he didn't anticipate.
Yeah. He didn't account for the counterbalance of the weight of the championship title.
Speaking of this,
did you hear that he called it a belt and pissed Vince off?
Yeah, you're not even supposed to call it a belt.
Yeah,
it's a title.
I
forget the whole like description that Vince gives it. He's like, it's a championship, not a title. Like his sub quotes for it. I saw the dirt sheet that he gives out to
dirt sheets.
Gives out to people. But
guess you guys found out who the Mark is today's episode.
I know. I'm sorry.
Dirt sheets.
The only thing, you know what? I don't watch wrestling. I merely observe it. High Top by Wrestling Observatory. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at WWE Observatory.
Yes, WWE Observatory. You can follow the paper review.
Finally, I was so glad to get that handle.
That's damn good.
So with this match, I'm saying limited time, because Goldberg has been going with less time and less time.
Yeah.
And
did you see the kayfabe news story where he signed up for an hourly contract rather than an appearance, so he's only made $2.60 or something stupid like that.
There's like a sub clause.
Yeah,
that's funny.
He's getting paid hourly.
And even with this, and you know what? How about this match? Let's talk less of this match and more of the crap that's going to involve outside of this. Because in respect to this match being short, I don't even want to give it a lot of analytical time. I'd rather just talk about the parts outside of this.
Okay, like what?
The fact that I read a Yahoo article, and this Yahoo article was brought up from someone else too, but it was saying that Goldberg's having a miserable time training to get up to the physique that he had back at 20 years ago.
Well, is he doing it naturally?
He says he's ingesting tens of thousands of calories and using the restroom 20 times a day.
Yeah, but is he taking Mexican supplements?
I don't know. Remember, part-timers don't get tested. So, God. That's why Brock didn't get caught with juicing.
Yeah.
And so part-timers don't get tested. So he might be on some... he might be catching the Adderall that Roman Reigns dropped around.
Hey, man.
And who then got it from Adam Rose, who then got it from Alberto Del Rio.
Adam Rose, who recently retired from wrestling as a whole.
Yes.
Yeah. No more Exotic Express, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. No more. The party pooper has left the building.
Never found out who the bunny was. But we move on.
Oh, man. Don't ever throw mysteries like that in the mix, dude. That is true.
That's true, dude. That's one of the mysteries that's been lingering.
Dang, they have to put that on America's Most Wanted or something. Unsolved Mysteries. So, I got Brock winning. Brock has to. Goldberg set him off into the sunset. He has his title. He had his Universal title.
He had his run.
Selling merch.
He
good stuff.
canceled the
Bada
Kevin
bing,
Owens show.
Bada bing, bada boom, bada baby back ribs. I got Brock winning it.
The shirt is now obsolete.
Yes, exactly.
To which, all right, yeah, I agree. Lesnar will win. I didn't see Goldberg even lasting this long, and the fact that he's lasted this long, became Universal Champion, and it's the only way that we're going to get around this, to give Brock the title and not have the Kevin Owens Brock feud that I've been wanting.
Yeah,
there's still money to be made there. We'll see. I don't know. Whatever, dude.
This main event is one I wanted to see a rematch between Brock and Bill Goldberg, but seeing the idea of it not going long kind of upsets me, because wouldn't you guys want to redeem yourselves from WrestleMania 20? Like,
yeah.
That's it, by going longer, by actually putting on a good match. Granted, they're 13 years away from that, or,
yeah,
or however long, but it kind of sucks that they don't want to do that, and it shows that, well, these guys are part timers and they're just in it for the payday,
mm-hmm.
and it's not their fault, but they're draws, you know. I hope this match surprises me.
Well, yeah, it's not. I'm not looking forward to this match at all. But in the end, it is Brock Lesnar. It is Goldberg, and these guys have been, as long as I've been watching wrestling, the two biggest things to come along.
Yeah,
and like you said, it's, I don't know, dude. It's gonna be good, but I'm not looking forward to it.
I'm with you on that one.
I'm saying that right now. But
I don't have high hopes for this match, as no one in the WWE universe should anticipate that it will be going long.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't have.
What if it does go long and we get two men that like are really in there locking
this match has been changed to an Iron Man match with the Fink announcing it?
The Fink?
Yeah.
Surprise entrance?
Oh, God, it's the Fink.
Return?
Brr, the Fink.
Here's my ideal
Jim Ross
situation.
doing the commentary?
Here's my ideal situation. Brock Lesnar wins the title. Shinsuke walks out. They have wrestled before and Brock beat him in Japan. And then he finally challenges for the title. And then we get a dope feud there. We have seen Brock vulnerable and beaten before recently. Yeah. His confidence might still be shook. He might be on cloud 9, the fact that he won the title over someone who's just obliterated him as of recent.
Yeah,
and while he's on that high note, Shinsuke comes in and he's, if not Shinsuke, Joe.
Yeah.
These people need that title. Brock's just a part-timer, dude. He's just a placeholder champion.
Yeah. So
if he does win this, so is Goldberg. So like you said, Goldberg had his run. He gets his WrestleMania main event. Send him off into the sunset.
Because he's 2-0 against against Brock Lesnar.
2-0?
Yeah, Survivor Series,
okay.
Series and WrestleMania 20.
Yeah, okay.
So hopefully,
and not counting him eliminating him from the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, plus one elimination of Royal Rumble, I guess.
Yeah.
Counting that. It's gonna be a long WrestleMania.
All right. Now, this begs the question: is this overbooked?
For them to have a pre-show, yeah.
How many matches are right there on your cards?
Let me see what we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
That's long.
And
dude.
keep them, about 13 matches.
That's long.
Mm-hmm.
Strap yourself in, ladies and gentlemen. You're in for a long night of wrestling.
The ultimate thrill ride.
Yeah.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the Pay-Per-View Wrestling Podcast. I've been Mark Flores. This has been Kraze for Days, a.k.a. Young Kraze Bad Moon Luna. And I'll let you guys know is I'm going to be at Pasadena City College doing a quick 1-hour interview over at Pasadena City College with Joe Stereo.
Ooh.
So make sure to tune in to that. Also, we'll be back here Wednesday with our reactions, etc. with pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah, you're not going to be around Sunday, huh?
I can't. No, I have to actually watch
You have
over
to-
it.
yeah. Okay.
I have to be the guiding light.
We'll be back.
I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Smarkamania. Smarkamania 1.
Real quick,
The
caller.
resistible force versus the immovable object.
There we go. There it is.
I think I switched it around the last time.
You're good.
Any last words you want to say?
Last words. All right. Do you think, and if so, what's going to happen with the Broken Matt Hardy situation? Is he going to interrupt the Wyatt Orton match?
Oh, wow. I was thinking the Usos come out and complain how they don't have a tag team title match. And add another match to the title.
For your 14th match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, other than that, do you want to add anything else?
There's a Miss Goldberg in the comment section brought up Snack Crate. We are going to have a Snack Crate review coming up, so stick right here, subscribe, Van Terminator that subscribe button,
Okay.
chop block that like button, stay here to youtube.com/MrStreamThingGTP for the content that we push out weekly. We will be having a Snack Crate review. We have the flagship show of the channel, the GT podcast, Smark and a Mark, Mark and Andre show, which for any reason, I don't know why you guys would watch that show, but it's there too. Go ahead, check it out. The 840 review coming up tomorrow. And yeah, that's about it. Follow us at GTP Official and follow the 840 at the 840 review on Instagram, as well as WWE Observatory for everything Smark and a Mark related. That's it, dude. That's my piece.
You guys have a good night. Remember to take care of yourselves and each other.
Bam! Wrestlemania, dude. Let me get one. It's going to be sick.
Give me the green light. Because hoes on